Hey Aquas, hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot, presented by Bomispirit. I'm Rodin. I'm doing the Aqua masculine reading today. So I was guided a few days ago. Actually, maybe it was more, I can't keep track of time. Was it a few days ago or was it a week ago? No, it had to be just a few days because I haven't been doing the check-ins that long. Anyway, it's like, where are we again? Anyway, so I was guided to do readings for men and masculine energy, so here we are. This is going to be for Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Of course, I'm gearing these towards men and masculine energies, and everyone can resonate with masculine energy because we all have that energy. It's just a label for aspects, for different aspects of ourselves, okay? So please take this as it resonates. If it's not your story, it's not your story. We will most likely get cross-watchers here, so no male bashing, not into that, not putting up with that. I'm just going to block you if you do it, okay? Yeah, so that's it. Keep in mind, guys, these are really general, so because they're general, it can apply to any facet of your life. It can also apply to something you've already been through, something you're going through right now, or something you might go through in the near future, okay? Any other questions you have about tarot or energy work or what signs you should watch, go ahead and look at the link below for how to interpret tarotings as a viewer, okay? So, Aqua, hey guys, hey Mims. So I picked up on some interesting energy with you guys, my meditative session. Now, when I pick up on a meditation, doesn't always come up in the reading. Sometimes it's just confirmations that people need. Sometimes it's just the one message that one person needed to hear, okay? But, oh, I was worried he's gonna come up here. He's been all over me when I was meditating on your energy. You guys might be, you guys might like cats. You might like have Leo energy. Leo is your counterpart. Okay, you're fine there. You're not knocking anything over, I don't think. If he becomes quite a nuisance, I'll have to put him out of the room. Anyway, so coming back to you, I was actually getting a lot of cool stuff, okay? There's definitely some growth happening through way of relationships, and you're becoming aware of that. There's an awareness of it happening. It's been happening. Everyone experiences that. There's an awareness of it within yourself that you're picking up on, okay, which is kind of cool. There's also a breaking of illusion. I was getting a lot of scarcity mindset, a lot of fear around like not having enough money, not like survival mode, recognizing that it's an illusion, like surrendering and breaking the illusion. He's like, pet me. And as you're doing that, it's allowing you to actually go into your heart space more, because it's like you're facing that fear of scarcity and loss. And I'm actually getting poverty, like poverty's coming in really strong. I gotta be honest, I was also getting a little bit of filling a void through success, filling a void through money, like very specifically money, success, notoriety. So some of you guys are really working through that and breaking that illusion and understanding that comes from a self-worth issue. Self-worth has been a big thing in the masculine collective, I've noticed. But as you're breaking that, facing that, surrendering to that, you're actually starting to move into your emotions, allowing yourself to kind of feel more because you're having less fear. And as you're doing that, it's kind of lighting you up a little bit. Some of you, it's also, whoa, he did knock something over. Sorry. And as that's happening, you're also realizing that like what you actually want, what makes you really happy, and you're able to kind of go and get it. So I love that energy. I did also see a snake. They showed me a snake, but very specifically like a water snake. And it kind of reminds me of Ashlesha from Vedic, if anybody has any Ashlesha placements, like the water serpent kind of energy. And again, I feel like you're actually getting into water more because you're facing this scarcity illusion. It's an illusion for sure. And again, this like wanting notoriety, you're facing that, and it's allowing you to kind of get in your waters and explore your waters a little bit. For some of you, that's even going to turn into some sexual energy, like Kundalini energy or Kundalini awakening. If any of you were going through that, that kind of leans into that energy. So that's what I was getting. But let's go. Oh, they just like went, don't forget. So as you're breaking this illusion, you might find that people around you like almost kind of get worked up around that illusion and try to pull you in, almost like the Matrix is trying to pull you in a little bit. Like that's kind of how it felt. So people might try to judge you a little bit more on what you have or don't have, or like size you up. That's what it was. You might feel like people are sizing you up more than they normally do as you're breaking this illusion. It's a way for you to really cement the lesson and really just finally move past it and just move forward, okay? But just be mindful of that, because I am getting a lot of like communication from people in the realm of like materials and money and sizing up and judging and all of that sort of stuff, okay? I'm gonna use the Beautiful Creatures deck as the primary for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, masculine energies, please. Any messages? My mouth will move. My mouth will function properly. Any messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and masculine energies? Anything they should be aware of? Anything they should know? Or what's going on with them? Any messages for Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and masculine energies? Yeah, I'm actually getting over strategizing. They just show, that's interesting. They just showed me a pool table. So some guys might be into pool, but it's almost like looking at what's in front of you and trying to like strategize 5-6 steps ahead. There's a sense of control there. There's a sense of like, I can control what happens to me. I can control the universe. No, you can't. That's an illusion. Some of you are realizing you spent so much time trying to think 5-10 steps ahead that you haven't been living, or you haven't been like aware of how you actually feel. It's like it's been a constant game. That's what it is. Like it's been like life has been a constant game. Dealing with people has been a constant game. Working has been a constant game. Like constant cerebral strategizing in the way of like trying to control your environment. Again, that's an illusion. You can't control your environment. Some of you guys are going to realize you do this and break this. Some of you guys, this might become an issue at this time whenever you come across this. These are timeless. It might become an issue for you at this time if you're not aware of it or you're not realizing it. And if it does become an issue, or it leads to any kind of like consequence, like tower moments or strife, I'm actually using the word strife, it's just so that you can recognize it. It's just so you can recognize it and then work through it, okay? Any messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Any messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, other masculine energies? Let's see what we got here. Ooh. 5 of Swords in reverse, Aquarian energy. King of Swords in reverse, there you are, Aqua, the court card for Aquarius. Could also be Gemini or Libra. And Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries. Could also be fire or water. Ooh, geez. And the 8 of Wands in reverse, Sag energy. Ooh. Okay, the 8 of Wands in reverse, I'm getting a lot of miscommunication. There might even be some reflective energy on something that a conflict you've had with a Queen of Wands energy. I'm getting stonewall. There's a shutting down that happens in conflicts. Again, some of you might realize this, but that's what I'm getting. Some kind of conflict or miscommunication, total shutdown, total stonewall. I do think you do this, but the other person involved might do this as well. Again, you might realize this is a pattern. The card that's preceding all of that is the 5 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like it's more so about recognizing it, because 5 of Swords in reverse is like my forgiveness card. It's accepting and, letting go of the ego, letting go of the thing that triggered us in the first place. I do feel like you're recognizing it, but there is a King of Swords, Queen of Wands energy attached to it. Queen of Wands, I do feel like is a little bit of your own feminine energy, and some of you, this was projected back to you in some kind of strife or conflict, okay? Queen of Wands in reverse can be short-tempered, can be a little, they're also known as like a little jealous or envious. But King of Swords in reverse, which again I do feel like is more your energy that you're bringing to the table, what you normally sit in. That is like almost being cut off from truth. Yeah, I just feel triggers and stonewalling. Triggers, stonewalling, miscommunication, strife. Something has happened or may happen in the near future depending on where you are in this timeline. But the 5 of Swords in reverse is indicating that you want to like put it down. You don't want to enable that distortion anymore, whatever caused this miscommunication in the first place. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Any other messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? And for masculine energies, any other messages for my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and other masculine energies? Any other messages for Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, or masculine energies? Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Eight of Swords, Gemini energy, and the Page of Swords. This cat. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, whatever has happened here between you and the Queen of Wands, again, I do feel like it's your own feminine energy being reflected back to you. I keep getting that. Like, this is actually your energy, but I do feel like there was some kind of strife or miscommunication that happened with someone, but I feel like it's someone who just reflected this back to you, okay? The Five of Swords in reverse, like I said, you're wanting to accept it, forgive it, and move on. But with the Eight of Swords and the Page of Swords, this is you realizing the truth of what's happened, the truth of the distortion at play that, you know, kind of enabled all of this to begin with. And the Eight of Swords, it's like, it's indicating that there was some kind of fear or insecurity that fueled this kind of miscommunication in the first place. The Page of Swords is you realizing it. It's having that reflective moment, okay? Ooh, so pretty. I just realized the eyes, like the purple eyes. Like, God, that's gorgeous. Let's see. Any other messages from my Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Yep, Two of Cups. There you go. Cancerian energy, soulmate energy. It's also an energy of unification of yourself. Again, you've reflected on a relationship. And I do feel like there's some mirroring energy going on. There was a sign that had just mirrors. Oh, it was Pisces. It was the Pisces General Collective. So if you have any Pisces in your chart, you're an Aqua, so you most likely do. You might want to watch that. But anyway, so yeah, that you're just reflecting in that Page of Swords energy on a relationship and a connection, realizing that Eight of Swords was fear and insecurity that was fueled in some kind of miscommunication, some kind of strife with a Queen of Wands energy. But again, I feel like that was your unfeminine energy being reflected back to you. And you want to get to the point of forgiveness and putting the swords down, putting the ego away, putting the distortion away, and growing from it. I like this. I like this, Aqua. I really like this. All right, let's see what's on the bottom here. Oh, yes. Mars energy, the Emperor. Oh, that's like so perfect for you guys. Aries energy. Could also be Scorpio because it's Mars, and Taurus from User Reader, Divine Masculine energy. With the Moon, Piscean energy, could also be Cancerian for me as a reader. It's funny because the Moon is feminine, right? Masculine and feminine. But this is, again, you reflecting on the deeper layers of what's happened. This is like I like this. This is like very deep, emotional, spiritual. I really like this. It's like you're actually consciously looking at the deeper layers of things, why things have happened, why people said this, why. You're doing a deep dive. You might even have Scorpio in your chart. That's very scorpionic. Underneath the Moon, we do have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Libra energy could also be air or water. So now we have a King and Queen of Swords. We do have a true pair situation going on here. Then we have Four of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn energy. So what you're reflecting on this relationship, what's happened, pretty much everything. I can feel it. It's a deep dive here. I think you start looking at it in like a very cerebral, logical way, and then it turns into emotional, intuitive, because the Moon is intuition. With the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like there's been like a stopping of communication after this miscommunication, after the strife. Excuse me. Oh, after the strife, there's been no communication here. There's a lot of wondering. Oh my God. Oh, my throat. Hold on. Oh. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Throat chakra. Okay. Like I said, no communication after this like strife and miscommunication. Hold on, I just noticed something. Excuse me. That's the problem with these shirts. Aqua, that really rocked my throat. Oh my God. Aqua, you're reflecting back on this other person, a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be female, but it's a feminine energy. And like what they're not saying. And you're realizing like the silence is making you feel a little insecure. I'm just getting a lot of like wondering about them, wondering like why they're not speaking, what they have to say, what they're not saying. Are they letting me go? Are they letting this go? A lot of that. A lot of that, but you're doing it with the moon, which I love because I feel like you're using your emotions and your intuition to do so, which is which is the best way to do it. Oh my God, you guys need to talk. I feel like I'm choking. Oh my God, you want to talk to this person so bad. I do think that there's a lot you want to say to them, but it's more like you are so wondering and getting lost in the emotion of like why they're not speaking. What do they need to talk about? Are they releasing me? Are they releasing the situation? All this stuff about them. But again, using your intuition is a good thing here. But I can tell you have a lot that you want to say to them. There's a lot in your mind that you want to get off your chest here because of what you've realized about this connection, that it does bring up a lot of insecurities and fear. And that's something that I think you do want to discuss, especially because it is a Page of Swords energy. It's not just about figuring it out and reflecting. It's also about communication. Oh my God. Okay, so let's look over here. Let's look at the Eight of Wands in reverse, because that's where I feel like this miscommunication took place, this strife took place, where things got kind of funky here with you guys, all right? Oh my God. I like feel like I can barely focus. I'm going to use Rider Waite for this one. Maybe I should change my shirt. I don't want that to happen again. All right. Kind of the benefit of having the other camera view. I didn't have to worry about things like that. So I have Eight of Wands in reverse. So I have the Eight of Wands in reverse for Aqua, Men, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh. Oh my God. So I have Eight of Wands in reverse for my Aqua Men, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and masculine energies. Yep, the Five of Swords in reverse again, Aquarian energy. And then Judgment in reverse fire could also be Scorpio for me as a reader here. Ugh. Yeah, I just feel like someone got really triggered or you both got really triggered. I just keep feeling that here with the Five of Swords and Judgment in reverse. I also keep getting a wondering about this other person, if they've released it. Have you? It's kind of my question. You're so worried about them. I'm like, but have you released it? Have you released it? Some of you might have felt judged, or your self-worth or value might have gotten a little poked at or again triggered because of this. So I'm with the Eight of Wands in reverse for my Aqua Men, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and masculine energies. Like, it kind of seems like something's over. I think that's how it looks on the surface. I think that's why you're wondering in silence. Because on the surface, it looks like something's over. So I have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Oh. So we have Strength, Leo energy with the Knight of Cups, Piscean energy, could also be water or fire with the Four of Wands, Aries energy. So you want stability and you want something to work. The Strength card though, I gotta be honest, I'm feeling a sense of control. I am feeling that. And that I think that relates to the message I got earlier about like the whole strategizing 5-10 steps ahead and that way of trying to control things. And there is a lot of ego going on in this miscommunication. I think you want to take control of the situation. You are coming up as the Emperor as well, which I actually really like. I do like that. That's a good sign. I like that. Anyway. Oh, God damn it. Every time I get up in the overall energy, my throat chakra kind of freaks out. Be careful with that Strength card because there's confidence and then there's trying to control. I do feel like you want to like control the situation, almost like get the other person to submit. I do kind of feel that energy, even though you want to actually build something stable here and do it through love. Overall, we do have the King of Cups in reverse, Scorpionic energy. That to me seems like emotional manipulation, just being totally honest here. And some of you, like I said, you are kind of looking at this illusion of scarcity. Like some of you that I picked up on in meditation, and surrendering that, breaking that, and it's actually allowing you to feel more. So some of you just need to break into your heart space a little bit more and break into your emotions and get out of your head a lot more, which again, you're doing anyway, because you have the Emperor with the Moon. You're going into that reflective, intuitive mode about this person here. But I do feel emotional manipulation here, even if you're doing it subtly. Then we have Seven of Wands in reverse, Leo energy, Moon in reverse, Pisces, could also be Cancer for me as a reader. Then we have the Seven of Cups, Scorpionic energy. So yeah, you honestly, this is confusion. This is total confusion. You don't fight for it. You retract your energy because you feel like you don't have control over the situation. This person's made you feel a little insecure and a little powerless, and you realize you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You know what you want. You kind of, again, you want to kind of control the situation. You want them to submit and just have this be hunky-dory, but that's not happening. And since that's not happening, you're like, wait, how can I regain control? If I can't regain control, I'm not going to do anything. Oh, I'm really confused. I don't know what to do. Like, it has that kind of energy to it. So be careful with that, Aqua. I'm changing my shirt after this video. Yeah, or maybe I'll just do the other camera view from now on. I wanted to try something new and different. I don't know. We'll see. Let's move on to where you figure it out. So this Eight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Cups, where you reflect on this connection. I like that the Two of Cups is upright because that means that there is some kind of mutual emotion going on here. But let's go ahead and look at the Page of Swords. That'll tell us what you need to know. God, this reading's really rocking my throat chakra. Okay. Of course I got water all over my glasses. Okay. Let's look at this Page of Swords. I'm gonna do crystal vision for this one. So I have the Page of Swords. So I have the Page of Swords for Aquarius men, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Page of Swords for Aquarius men, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So I have the Page of Swords for Aquarius men, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Six of Swords, Aquarian energy, and the Nine of Wands, Sag energy. I feel a bit of a retreat with this, to be honest with you. Like a retreat. It actually feels kind of Four of Swords to me, which is weird. I feel like this is choosing to like find peace by just like accepting that whatever's happened has happened. But the Nine of Wands tells me that there's kind of a woundedness to this. There's a woundedness to this. There's a tiredness to this. You do want to fight for this, but I feel like there's retreating happening. You might actually go a little MIA. You might go Four of Swords Hermit just to heal from this and get more insight, which you kind of are doing with this energy because you're reflecting on the connection and reflecting on the fear and insecurity that was triggered within you, the ego that was triggered. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Almost like, let me go retreat because I'm a little tired, I'm a little wounded from this, and I do just want peace of mind. But you want peace in the situation as well. Let's see what else comes out. So I'm more with the Page of Swords. No, okay. So I have the Page of Swords for Aquarius men, so Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Yeah, retreat, retreat, retreat. You're retreating. Seven of Wands in reverse. Leo energy with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Pisces, could also be water or fire. Yeah, retreating. That's what I was feeling. And again, you're reflecting on this person, this situation, and you do want peace here. I mean, God, like I said, you know what you want. You know what you want. but it's because you're realizing you don't have control. This person's made you feel powerless. Four of Pentacles in reverse can be a powerless card. This person's made you feel a little powerless and insecure. So because you feel like you don't have control over it, it's like, I'm just going to retreat because I don't know how else to handle this. I don't know what else to do. I'm used to having more control. I'm used to having more like emotional control over a situation or even a person. And it's not a judgment. It's just what it is. It's okay. But since I don't have that, I don't feel secure enough. I'm just going to retreat because I don't know what to do. Remember, control's an illusion. Talking about Page of Swords. We only control ourselves. Talking about the Page of Swords. For Aquaman, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, jeez. Okay. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Taurian energy. With the Two of Swords, Moon and Libra energy, and the Five of Cups, Scorpionic energy. Ooh, fat stack. Knight of Wands, Sag, could also be Aries or Leo with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Leo energy could also be fire or air. So let's go ahead and break this down a little bit. Yeah, you were treated to grief, actually. With that Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So not only is there a miscommunication, they stop talking and you retreat and retract your energy and any emotions you had invested in this. But to be honest, like I said, I feel like you've been more cerebral than emotional about this whole thing. And then you go into this Two of Swords energy, not giving anything to this person because they're not giving anything to you. There's a little bit of spite there, just saying, keep that in check. And then you sit in this Five of Cups. And I think even sitting in that Five of Cups makes you realize how much emotion you have invested in this. It's like because you don't have anything to strategize over anymore, you have nothing to do but to sit in your emotions. And that's actually making you realize more about the situation than just trying to think about it, right? Like I said, you end up in your intuition and your emotions with the moon, which I think is really what's going to help you anyway. But I do feel a little bit of overthinking of why is this person not talking? Why are they not talking? Why are they not saying this? Why are they not? And also reflecting on how it's made you feel powerless. Excuse me. And now we have, the Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. This is an interesting energy. Because this is someone like going in for the kill. This is an energy of, I'm going to get up and go after what the hell I want. And I'm going to go offer something stable. Again, I think you want this. It might have even been your intention to do this. Some of you feel like you've lost the opportunity to do this. Some of you are going to work through this emotion and then go and, go after what you want. A lot of thinking you're doing, Aqua. A lot of reflective stuff going on here. Over energy, we have the World in reverse. Fixed energy, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, also Saturn, which was Capricorn. Then we have the Magician in reverse, which is Mercurial energy, so Virgo, Gemini. Also Aquarius, Scorpio for me as a reader. Divine Masculine energy. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Jupiter energy. Ooh. Three of Swords, Libra energy. And then there's your Empress, Venusian, Libra, Taurus. And the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, beautiful. With Justice. This is all what you're thinking about. This energy here with the World in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's all being stuck and stagnant. Also not wanting something to end. And then you have this Three of Swords with the Empress. This is pain over your Emperor, over this communication, realizing your role in it, your insecurity, your fear that was triggered, and maybe even triggers on their end, right? Because sometimes it takes two to tango, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes it does. And realizing that it's like, oh, they made me feel powerless and out of control. And it's that control factor that I've been holding on to, but when it's not there, I don't know what to do and I feel scared and I have to retreat. And then we have this energy here. This is what you wanted with your Empress, some kind of new stable beginning. With Justice and the Ace of Swords, it could actually be a contract, even a possible proposal. Serious? That is this kind of energy. Ace of Pentacles is usually some kind of gift or like lump sum, not just a stable beginning. Ace of Swords can indicate a contract. Justice indicates legal matters in a very 3D way, but also balance. Some of you, I think, are seriously have been contemplating or realizing in the midst of working through the aftermath of this strife and realizing your role in it, triggers, etc., 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 that you actually want something in paper, in writing with this person, like marriage or moving in or a lease or whatever. Okay, you want it official. And now, Jesus, sorry guys, my throat really got rocked with this reading. That's what you're thinking about. That's what you're realizing that you want with this Empress. But it took you to realize that I was triggered by feeling insecure and feeling powerless because I didn't have control anymore. I couldn't control the situation or the other person. I shouldn't be controlling the situation or the other person. And now they've retracted, I've retracted, but there's nothing for me to strategize about anymore. That's how you maintain control, thinking 5-10 steps ahead. And since you can't do that anymore, you have to go sit in your emotions. And that's what really brings all this stuff to light, which is what happens, right? You can think about things to death, but that's mostly ego. The way we feel, that's like intuition and consciousness is from feeling and emotion. And you go there, man. You go there. So I like where this is going. It's a big growth process for you. Some of you, like I said, will eventually get on your horse and go and get what you want in that very fiery way when it comes to this connection and this Empress. But some of you, I think, are still sitting in there. You gotta like sit in it for a while. Okay. All right. Let's get some advice. I'm gonna do Wisdom of Oracle. I'm gonna change my shirt. Can I get an advice card, please? For my Aqua men, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, masculine energies. Can I get an advice card, please? There was so much going on in this reading. I don't even know what to call it. Oh, you guys got two. Maybe I'll call it growth through relationships. Okay. So we have here, ooh, TikTok and serendipity. Oh, those are two kind of fun little cards to get together. 30 breaking down to a 3 and 18 breaking down to a 9 here. So we have completions, and that 3 is about learning basic knowledge and also networking and friends and collaborations and getting to foundations. TikTok is an energy of time. It's an energy of feeling pressure of time, even divine timing. Is there enough time? Oh wait, time's an illusion. Serendipity is exactly how it sounds. It's fate. It's fate. This miscommunication might, I feel like you feel it's ill-timed. Like this argument, strife, I keep wanting to say strife in particular, it was ill-timed. I keep getting that. It was ill-timed, like it disrupted something even larger at play for you or whatever you had going on with this person. But no, everything happens for a reason and the time it's supposed to happen. This strife happened in the way it was supposed to happen, and you having these realizations, being forced to kind of get out of your strategy cerebral brain and into your emotional brain, right? And that's where you have these revelations about yourself and this person and realize what you want because you're working off of feeling. That is all timed in the way it's supposed to happen. So just trust that it's happening for a reason. That's why these two cards came out here. Trust that it's happening for a reason. Try to break through these illusions of controlling your environment or people or anything external to yourself. And also, like I said, I kept getting that download about breaking through the illusion of scarcity and poverty. That was coming in really strong. So make sure that you're breaking through those. And just trust that whatever's happening here with this person is supposed to happen this way. Totally supposed to happen this way. You know, this also came up in the Patreon weekly messages that Patreon weekly messages I did yesterday of not feeling like there's enough time. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. There's plenty of time. Some of you might feel this pressure of time, and I'm not sure where that's coming from for you, that you gotta figure that out on your own. But any of you feeling this like unnecessary pressure of time or to get something right in a certain amount of time, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's gonna happen the way it needs to happen, in the time it's supposed to happen, however it's supposed to happen. Okay? Wow. Yeah, a lot of messages in this one reading. But Aquas, I hope that you guys enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. Don't forget to check out Vimeo on Patreon, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Have a great night, Aquas. Namaste.